Learn how to sign up for Microsoft Exchange Online that allow you to create mailboxes for your employees and also for yourself from this video. First is to launch a web browser and get to this web link, okay? We're going to be using the trial version in this case. Click on try for free. You'll be taken to this page. Here, yearly plan is selected. All right, and look at what it says here. It says, before you start your trial, you need to set up your subscription by adding up to 25 free users. Right, you can add up to 25 persons or even less. Then choose the length of subscription. How long do you want to subscribe to this plan? Please, I want to subscribe for just 1 month. All right, since it's a trial version we are using. Okay, because if you go for this 1 year and it expires, they will expect you to subscribe for another 1 year, which I wouldn't like to happen. Okay, you can take a look at the benefits, what you stand to gain: Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and a lot of them. Exchange professional email. Beautiful. Okay, so the next step is to click on next. On this new page, they expect you to add your email address. So you say enter your work or school email address, where we check if you need to create a new Microsoft account for Microsoft 365 Business Standard. So I will enter my email address. Click on next. Okay, the system has checked the type of email address I have, and it says it looks like you need to create a new account. Let's get you started. So this email address, I used it to subscribe to Microsoft 365, but it's not suitable for Microsoft 365 Business Standard option plan, which gives you access to Exchange Online. I'll click on sign up. Then it has sent a verification code into this my email address. I'll open a new tab and access the email. Then I will copy this verification code. Ctrl C to copy. I'll get back to the page, paste it here, and click on verify. It says tell us about yourself: first name, last name, region, and a lot of information. So I'm going to fill this at the back end, which after that I'll click on next. So do the same from your end. Okay, my username is this and the domain name is at this. All right, Godwin Tech 873.microsoft.com. I wouldn't like to use this username. I will change it. Then your domain name is part of the information you filled, followed by on Microsoft.com, because I don't have a website. If they say I have a website, it will have a unique name here. All right, so let me see if I can edit a few things here. I'll take 247. Let me put 247. Save. So if you keep trying, it will keep giving you results. Okay, so I'll keep trying until I get what is free. So you keep trying, which after that fill your password you want to use, confirm the password, and click on next. Okay, so I'll do that at the back end and we continue. On this new page, you're expected to fill in your bank, card details. All right, so you are not expected to pay now, but you need to fill it on record. Okay, which after that you click on save. Okay, in the previous step, once you fill your card details correctly, there will be some money from your account, about $1, and refund it back automatically. All right, before you get to this stage. Okay, so the next step is to click on start trial. On this page, it says thanks, your order is confirmed, but it's telling me to activate Microsoft Authenticator to use it on this plan. Okay, and what you need to do is on your mobile device, maybe iPhone or Android, install Authenticator. All right, on it. Which after that, if you are required to sign in or sign up, please do that. And then let's follow from here. I'll click on this. Okay, it says this, which is now my mailbox. I'll click on next. So follow these prompts until you sign in successfully, okay? Alright, once you follow the on-screen guide and you are successful in verifying with Authenticator, you will be taken to a page that looks like this. So I'll click on save or print so that I will save my data, alright? So I can click on print and give it a name. Let's say M365 here, B's, alright? And just call it anything, just click on save. So my information has been saved, alright? So the next step is to click on start using Microsoft 365 Business Standard, which contains Microsoft Exchange, alright? So here it wants you to sign in. So I'm going to sign in with this new account and not my usual Outlook email. Okay, I'll click on this. So here we are. It says thanks for choosing this. Let's finish setting up things. So you can just follow this guide and you are good. All right, you add users, you get started, and you rest. So it will guide you through on whatever thing you need to know. Okay, but with this, once you subscribe successfully, you have access to your exchange, which is part of this plan. Okay, then here it wants me to add a user, so I'm going to add a user. After that, we proceed. Okay, so I have now added the first name of the person, then the last name, then the username and email address becomes Kelvin Benz. I'm the one I inserted it at godwintech247. It's gonna be .com, but I don't have a domain, as I said before, on Microsoft.com. So add as many users as you want, all right? So with time, you play around, okay? You see how to use this so easily, okay? So after that, you have placed the first user here, in this case, another user, which is part of your company. Click on add user and continue. So here it says, you are all set to use Microsoft 365. Click on done. So here is my home page, okay? And this gives, okay, it tells me, let's figure out your next steps. Which of these are important to your organization? Okay, all these are important, but I already have this kind of subscription in my Microsoft 365 family, so I don't need to download it again here. So but let me just select this. In this case, how experienced are you in managing Microsoft 365 for an organization? I've done it before, so I'll click on submit. So and we are good. So here it shows that this step is complete 2 of 3. So with time, you play around, set up some things, use agents, users, see your users, okay, and a lot of things you can do from here. It's as simple as that, okay? So it wants me to install Microsoft 365 on my PC or Mac, but I already have it, so I don't need it. So that's why it's telling me that I've done 2 of 3, but I don't need it in this case, so no need. So from here, you can start interacting with the interface and do whatever thing you want to do. If this content helps, consider subscribing. Here we cover a lot on information technology, so subscribe to learn more. Leave a comment in the comment section and hit the like button. Thank you and see you some other time.